Sound check. And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, crypto students, everybody, welcome. This is our first time on Dukascopy. Okay, part of the reason why we were away from the webinars for 7 months on Dukascopy webinars is that I was studying the crypto market. Okay, and this is the first time we are doing this. Okay, it's going to, so the title is Crypto Thursday with FXPassion. Okay, and we are going to host this kind of webinars, this kind of events once every 3 weeks. Okay, once every 3 weeks, because why? We have the Forex course, right? But we are going to cover cryptocurrencies also once every 3 weeks. Okay, why? Because we received countless emails. Oh, would you cover crypto? What about crypto? What about Bitcoin? What about Ethereum? What about blah blah blah, right? And last year, I didn't have a clue. Okay, so this is the first time we are hosting the lazy crypto portfolio, everybody. So some of you are going to like this, some of you are not going to like this. Okay, why? Because we are not going to talk about trading in here. Okay, we are going to talk how to build a portfolio. It's something different, and because this is our first session, let's clarify what this means, lazy. Okay, no, it's not about procrastination. FXPassion lazy crypto portfolio. Lazy in the vocabulary of learning and knowledge, everybody, means that you don't need to be an expert at it. Okay, you don't need to be an expert. This is why we have the acronym lazy. Okay, so risk disclaimer: the webinars are not investment or trading advice. The webinars are for educational purposes only. Don't invest or trade money that you cannot afford to lose. Crypto assets carry a high degree of risk and are not suitable for all investors and traders. Always do your own homework before you act. Okay, everybody, if you have any questions, please type in the chat. Okay, now I'm not a professional on cryptos, everybody, so if you ask me, Passion, what is a smart contract? I don't know. Passion, what about, the this and that technology? I have no clue. Okay, this is why this is called the lazy way. We don't need to be expert, on the technology part, but I am a technical trader and a portfolio manager, and in my opinion, so this is fancy, right? This is the good news. In my opinion, the crypto market is going to produce millionaires in the next 3 to 5 years. Again, in my opinion. Okay, why is that? Why is an opinion? Because we are going to talk about mostly fundamentals in the crypto market. Okay, and every first week of the month we are going to show you the portfolio results, and I'm having a lazy portfolio course every 3 months, 20 people max. Connect if you want more information. So next month, 16th of October, we're going to have the 1-day course. Okay, everybody, so there you go. This is my portfolio, everybody. This is coinmarketcap.com, and the last 90 days, this is the result. And believe me when I say to you, it's not that easy, because in the last 24 hours, here is the number, you won what, $177, this, and you know, but I'm quite a stable investor, everybody. I'm quite I consider myself a conservative portfolio manager, and I'm not talking about trading, I'm talking about investing. So this is the result so far, okay, for the last 90 days, not 5 days, not 1 month, 90 days, okay. So that being said, and that being shown to you, I want to talk about to you hello crypto boss. Man, believe me, I'm not a professional cryptos. Okay, everybody, what is a smart contract? I don't know. I mean, I know in general, but I don't know how to explain to you, you know. What is blockchain technology? You know, can you explain to me the blockchain technology? No, I can't. I'm ignorant, you know. I mean, for myself, you know, I know how to explain, but I'm absolutely not the crypto boss. Okay? But I believe that the crypto market is going to produce the next millionaires in the next 3 to 5 years. It's my firm belief. Okay? But again, it's my opinion. Okay? Now, I want to talk to you about Bitcoin, everybody. And because in 2000, so this is not a course, okay? This is just a crypto session. Okay? This is not a course, everybody. Okay? So what is the agenda today? The agenda today, we are going to talk about, okay, some of you are going to like it, most of you are going to hate it. Agenda number one, why you should not trade cryptos, in my opinion. Oh, but Alex is trading. Well, good luck. You know, why you should not trade cryptos, in my opinion. Investing, yes, okay. Why you should not invest in crypto. So this is the agenda for today, why you should not trade cryptos, in my opinion. And, you know, number two, fundamentals, general fundamentals. So this is the agenda for today, and you can ask any questions, everybody. Okay, so why you should not trade cryptos, in my opinion. Investing, yes. Trading, not. And we're going to talk about general fundamentals, about in cryptocurrencies in general. Okay, now this is the Bitcoin chart. Okay, and what happened? Who in here remembers 2008, everybody? Who in here remembers 2008? This is Bitcoin's chart. Okay, this is Bitcoin's chart, and of course we don't have the crystal ball, right? This is Bitcoin's weekly chart. And back in time, so this was what? This was vertical line, this was 2000, I cannot even see, 2000, what was this? 2017, right? So 2017, Bitcoin started to rally. It went from 1 week to another, it went from 9 to 11, then it went from 10 to 16,000, then it went from 14,000 to 19,000, right? And I'm not going to talk about your life because I don't know, but most of my friends, they were buying and they were trading in here, right? Now, you don't need to be so smart. What can you see from this chart, everybody? I started trading in 2004, don't know about 2008. 2018, MHB. Okay, what happened? So, you know, here almost all of my, I'm talking about, you know, some of my friends are not traders, some of them are, and everybody but that I know, you know, I'm not talking about the children, and I'm not talking about the grandpa and grandma. I'm talking about, you know, from 30 to 50 range, you know, most of the people were putting some kind of cash, you know, into Bitcoin. Right? Now, what can you see from this chart? And again, if you want to listen to me, listen to me. If you want to don't, you know, if you don't like, put a thumb down. Not a problem, but don't come crying to me, because I'm going to tell you a story what happened in here. You know? Long story short, I was telling everybody, you know, don't invest everything that you have. And especially don't trade Bitcoin. And guess what? Most of my, not everybody, but 70% of my friends, traders, professionals, semi-professional, they didn't listen. Of course, they didn't listen. And I was telling them, so this is part of the agenda today, you know. Oh, why are you showing Bitcoin, you know, in 2018? Because we as human beings, we tend to forget these things. You know, we want to see just the good stuff, right? Well, I'm sorry for you, everybody. There is the good stuff and there is the bad stuff. So, back in time, talking about, this is the agenda for today, talking about general fundamentals. I was telling everybody, you know, don't put all your money in. Don't trade cryptos. Don't trade Bitcoin. You know? Why not? Because the crypto market is a new market and we have no idea how this market works. True or true? Yeah, but we are in 2021. Give me time. I'm going to explain everything to you. It's going, believe me, I promise you, it's going to make sense at the end of the session. This is not a course, okay? It's going to make total sense in the, I can promise you. MHB saying, my cousin was convinced me to buy 1 Bitcoin and I refused because I did not trust him, and now he has 5 Bitcoin and I have nothing. Well, your cousin is lucky. Everybody, MHB, I have good news for you, man. You know, just stay with me, okay? So I was telling everybody here, don't trade Bitcoin, invest if you want, but don't put 100% of your money. You know, and 70% of my friends didn't listen. Why not? Because somebody put here some money, you know, and let's call him John, you know. This week, John, you know, he earned a car. And he was telling everybody, oh my gosh, you know, I can buy a Ferrari right now. And he did. And of course, John told to Jane how he got rich, and he did, you know. Jane got greedy, and he went to the bank, and he took out a loan, and she bought Bitcoin too. And guess what happened? This is the weekly chart, you know. Jane, you know, she bought a loan, $200,000. Everybody, those are true stories. I'm not inventing. The names I'm not going to tell you, it's privacy, but those are true stories. You can, especially in the USA. You know, Jane, you know, she borrowed $200,000 and she put all in Bitcoin. And I was telling everybody, you know, are you crazy? No, but John got the car. John got the car as MHB's cousin got the car. Those guys are lucky. Don't do this. You know, don't be crazy. Oh, but Gianpaolo got the house with Bitcoin. And it did. Yes, sir, but I was telling everybody, don't play around. This is a new market. Don't trade this. Invest, whatever. Invest 5%, invest 10%, invest 20%, but don't invest 100%. And if you check the news, everybody, on Google, there are countless stories of people doing stupid things up in here. College funds for the kids in Bitcoin. Refinancing houses, refinancing real estate, going into Bitcoin. And long story short, this is still a new market, okay? And we have no idea. And please believe me, when somebody is selling you a course that he knows, oh, I know what is going to happen, it's a new market. How many years compared to the stock market, compared to the forex market, compared to the commodity market, compared to the option market, does the crypto market exist? It's not bad news, but we need to approach this, with the fundamentals. What are the fundamentals? The crypto market, it's a baby. We can say in the forex market, sell at buy low, sell high, because we know that the forex market behaves in this and this and that for decades. Crypto market is something different. Now, I'm telling you, I have a good news for you. It's not bad news, but stay with me. So, long story short, yes, John got the car, Jane got the 2 houses, Maurizio bought the plane. And when Bitcoin hit 19,000, 18,000, the frenzy continued. Another Jane went to the bank and, borrowed $500,000. True story. Everybody check on Google. True stories. Alex from New Zealand refinanced the house. Mark from Denmark refinanced the house. John and Jane took the scholarship money for the kids and put everything in Bitcoin. Because the previous one got the cars and the Ferraris. And then what happened? And me, I was boring, and people were yelling at me, you are talking nonsense. Imagine that you refinance your house and Bitcoin is at 18,000, 19,000, and this happened, everybody. This happened for real. You don't believe me? Check Google. Imagine you borrow $500,000 with whatever interest rate, and this happens. Bitcoin, this is the weekly chart. You invested $500,000, and you are not a professional investor, you are an accountant, a cook, architect, lawyer, pilot, whatever, policeman, police officer, politician. You're not a professional investor, and you borrowed $500,000 or refinanced your house or took your kids' college money and put it in Bitcoin when Bitcoin was 18,000, 19,000. What happened the next week? What happened? You don't like, do you? This is the truth. You can give thumb down. I really don't care. But this is the truth because I've seen those people. In 1 week, Bitcoin went from 19,000 to 10,000. Okay, guys and girls, Bitcoin millionaires, future ones, and you are telling me, oh, I want to trade this. How can you trade something that drops in 1 week from 19,000 to 10,000? Tell me. Clarifying that you are not a professional investor. A professional investor would never put 100% of the money, in one asset. Why not? Because he is not going to have margin. This is why not. So long story short, 2017, 2018, yeah, there were people, and I have some friends, everybody, I'm telling you, I've seen this. I have some friends who made cars and bought houses, but I also have friends who lost cars and lost houses. Okay? And those are called fundamentals. Though I'm telling you, maybe, you're going to be sick and tired. Oh, Passion, I don't like you. Don't come crying back to me later. I'm telling still today, don't trade cryptos. Invest if you want. I'm not a professional in cryptos, this is my opinion, but I'm telling everybody, don't trade cryptos. Why not? Look how this market, maybe in 10 years, right? But we are in the very, very, very beginning stage. And here I've seen adults cry. No, I'm not joking. Real adults, people, when this happened 3 years ago, nobody remembers this today, right? But why not? Because Bitcoin is at 46, 47. But ask your friends or check on Google, everybody. Here, people. So the same guys. I was boring, right? And I didn't know, and oh, you know nothing about the crypto. I said, yeah, true, true. But I've been there before. As a portfolio manager, I've been booms and busts. And here I was boring. Now, when this happened, the same people who were telling me that I was stupid, that I don't know, oh, you don't want me to get rich, and, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. The same people were calling me in here, and I'm telling you, they were crying. Not all of them, some of them. Imagine a father and a mother who are working their ass off, pardon YouTube, language, the father is a police officer and the mother is a nurse, and they put all the money for the college kids in Bitcoin at 19,000 and it went in 1 week to 10,000. Wouldn't you cry? You could be in your 50s, 60s, 70s. Wouldn't you cry? And again, and I told them, okay, not a problem, don't sell. How can I, so you are not, please don't get me wrong, everybody, because I'm going to laugh a little bit, So people were not listening here. I was telling, don't put everything in Bitcoin, don't trade, be conservative, put 10%, 20%, whatever. Don't put everything. They didn't listen. Then Bitcoin went from 19 to 10, and I was telling them, okay, stay in for the long run. Guess what? They didn't listen again. And I know this is normal because they are not professional investors, they don't have the stamina, they don't understand markets, and the same people who, they lost 30% of their capital, some of them lost 50% of their capital, some of them lost 80% of the capital, and Bitcoin was up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and 90% of them sold Bitcoin when it went from 19,000 to 8,000 or 9,000, in between. Here is the question, wouldn't you do the same? I would. This is totally normal. I would, this is so, imagine you're borrowing $500,000 and you need to pay interest, and, you lost 70% of your capital. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 month. Look what happened with Bitcoin later. Went down and down and down and went up. Oh my God, it's going to 9,000 again, and down again. And oh my God, it's going to 9,000 and down. This is so frustrating. I cannot tell you how. but your friends can. You know? So when people didn't listen here, I was the boring one. Don't trade cryptos, invest for the long run, invest just a small percentage. They didn't listen. They come here and they were crying. Oh, help me, you know, help me. How can I help you? You never listened. Oh, please help me, help me. Okay, I said don't sell your bitcoins. Why not? Because if this market is going to rise, is going to be long term. So the same people cried in here, you know, and 90% sold their bitcoins in here. I'm not judging anybody, this is normal. I would do the same. Boss, why you don't do webinar in camera on YouTube? Because we have the OBS, you know. But I'm doing the webinar on camera on TradingView MHB if you want. Okay, so, and guess what happened? So they sold in here, you know, and long story short, well, it is really not a, it's not a, and so some of them sold the bitcoins here, here, here. So, and there is a statistic on Google, everybody, how many people that were buying Bitcoin, investing from 50,000 to 9,000, how many in percentage sold when Bitcoin went down? Guess what the number is? You know, we are talking non-professional investors, non-professional. Thumb down, thank you very much, appreciate it. You are not going to like this, but this is the truth. You know, check on Google, there is a statistic, 80-90% of people who are not professional investors bought Bitcoin 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,000, sold here. You know, and you know, Bitcoin went up again, up in here. So the same people who were crying here went crying here again. You know, help me, help me, help. Well, see how am I boring, right? I'm telling everybody don't trade cryptos in here and I'm boring. Don't invest everything that you have and I'm boring. Then come crying here because Bitcoin is falling and I'm telling them don't sell, don't sell. They don't listen, they sell it. They sold here, and when Bitcoin reversed the first time, so it started to go from 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 to 10, they were crying again. Oh my gosh, you know, why did I sell Bitcoin for 6,000, now it's 9, now it's 10, you know? Those were the everyday stories. And what happened again? You know, some of them got greedy again. And what happened next? It crashed again. You know? And a few of them persisted here, you know, they didn't sell, they didn't sell, they didn't sell. It was difficult, they didn't sell, but the non-listeners, right? Quadrant, the first event, they didn't listen. The second event, they didn't listen. The third event, they didn't listen. The fourth event, they didn't listen. You know? And the fifth event, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth event, I was telling to them, well, it's time to buy. And I'm talking about investing, everybody, not trading. I'm talking about investing. And those who didn't listen here, and didn't listen here, and they cried, they didn't listen here, they cried, and didn't listen here, they didn't cry. I tell, well, maybe, you know, we don't have the crystal ball, but maybe it's time, you know, now it's time to get in if you want, as a long-term investor. And when I say long-term investor, everybody, I'm talking about 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. Okay? And of course, because they were scared, they lost. So some of them, they made the millions, and they have the houses and the cars. Some of them lost the millions and lost the houses, you know. Those are true stories, you know. A father and a mother went to the bank, refinanced the house, Bitcoin went to 5,000, they were on the street. Passion, are you kidding? No, I'm not. Those are real life stories. What is the bottom line? Don't play with cryptos. This is a dangerous market. What do we mean dangerous market? Not it's dangerous, but you know, crypto assets carry a high degree of risk and are not suitable for all investors and traders. This is what I'm talking about, you know. And I'm telling everybody, you know what, Passion, why don't you do a course on how to trade cryptos? And I'm telling you know, and I'm boring, right? Don't trade cryptos. But as my friend psychologist says, everybody is going to hear what it wants to hear, right? So you don't want to hear this. And going back in here, you know, they didn't enter, and then they cried, they cried again. They cried again because Bitcoin, you know, this was the entry here as an investor, entry here too, you know, as an investor long term. They didn't enter because they lost the money, they got scared, you know, or they tried one more time, the Bitcoin crashed again, went down, you know, and of course, we don't see the future, but it's long term. For the next 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. And then bam, right? Now, this was 2018, and Bitcoin was going nowhere from I don't see the numbers, but you know what is this? So Bitcoin was going nowhere from 2018 to 2020. So for 2 years, Bitcoin did nothing. See why I'm telling to everybody this is long term? This is why. This is why this is long term. And what happened here again. Everybody, do you know some people that got the car and the house buying, investing? Don't tell me trading because I don't believe, you know. And again, you know, we're not talking about the eventual winner, you know. But I'm telling you, my friends, professional traders are unable. Listen to me. You can give me a thumb down. I don't care really. But I'm telling you, this is the truth. My friends, institutional traders, they are unable to make consistent profits from cryptos. Especially day traders. I'm not talking about investors, I'm talking about real institutional traders. They are able to make, you know, profits there and there, but they are unable to make consistent profits. Okay? And one more time, what happened here? Exactly the same story that happened here. History repeats itself, everybody. You know, here Gianpaolo and Marina got the car, got the house, got the helicopter, and the same Gianpaolo and Marina did the same stupid thing again. I'm inventing the names. And I was boring again. You know, don't trade cryptos, don't trade. Oh, you don't know nothing about. But I was telling, you know, the other guys, I was telling, remember what? Where is the arrow? You know? I was telling everybody, you know, remember what happened here? Remember? Because you are doing exactly the same stupid things in here. True or true? Why? Because we as human beings, people, are creature of habits. So the guys who had a hard lesson are not in here anymore, you know. And here again, same story, you know. Some would have a car, have the Ferrari, you know, and somebody else would not. But up in here, people again, you know, people borrowed money, refinanced the houses, put college funds of the kids in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin went to 60,000 to 25. And again, people cried. Real adults in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. You know? And talking about fundamentals, right? The guys who are, oh, let's trade cryptos, and I'm telling you, don't trade. And we're going to go on the daily chart, you know. Now, let's wait for J4X. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. See this candle in here, everybody? This is just an example. You have on all cryptos this kind of stuff. So look at this blue candle in here. This blue candle in here, and this is the daily chart, okay? When the high is 43,000 and low is 29,000, how much is the change in percentage? Everybody? If you have 43,000, the high, and the low is 29 roughly, how much is this change in percentage? Passion, I don't know. Well, let's make a calculation, right? So if 4350 represents 100%, you know, how much 29,700, you know, represents X, right? This is the from the high school, right? So 29,700 times 100 divided 4,3,500, you know. So it's not 68, but it's the other way around. So it's 100 minus 68. So 100 minus 100 minus 68. See the number? How much is the percentage change, you know, in the same day on Bitcoin? How many percent? The high is 33,000 and the low is 29,700. How much is the change in percentage? Everybody? You have it on the screen. So it's 32% change intraday. Did the bulb enlighten you why you should not trade cryptos? Everybody? You can reject what I'm telling you, you know, this is not a course, you know, and you can give me a thumb down, I don't care. But I'm telling you, don't come cry to me, you know, oh, help me, please help me, you know. I lost all the money on cryptos, trading the cryptos, you know. How can you trade something unless you have the billions and the trillions, which most of us, we don't have that kind of margin? But even if we did, you know, professional money managers, we risk 0.5% per trade, 1% per trade. You cannot make this kind of operations on something that has a 33% change. Do you understand this, everybody? This is not a course. I'm telling you just what I think. And I'm boring because I'm telling my friends not to trade cryptos, right? Agreed? Now, some of you are late to the party. I have good news. This is the good news. In my opinion, the crypto market is going to produce millionaires in the next 3 to 5 years. This is the good news. Again, this is my opinion. Okay? So, why do I believe this? Well, because even though we are not professional crypto guys, at least me, you know. Oh, tell me about the smart contract. I have no idea. You know, explain to me blockchain technology. I have no idea. You know. So, what are the fundamentals? I have, again and again, I have the good news and the bad news, right? And this is why we are managing the portfolios. What is the good, and it's all fundamentals, everybody. Okay. Now, what is the good news? And where is there here? Text. What is the good news? Why do I believe that the cryptos are going to produce the next millionaires in the next 5 years? And what is the bad news? Don't invest everything that you have. Okay? Now, what is the good news? And those are fundamentals, you know? It's my firm belief that the crypto market is going to produce the next millionaires in the next 3 to 5 years. Why? Because of technology. Okay? I believe that, so I believe in technology, everybody. I don't need to know how smart contract works. I don't need to know how blockchain works, you know. I know that this is the improvement of the technology side. And this is why I believe this market is going to, for the next 3, 5, 10 years, is going to rally. You know? Remembering that this kind of stuff is going to happen, is going to have, you know, it's going to go up and it's going to go down, it's going to have, and the swings are not suitable for most investors. What is the bad news? The bad news is the systemic risk of cryptocurrencies. MHB, this is for you. Tell your cousin that Bitcoin can go to zero. Not in value per se, but as an asset. Let me explain, everybody. You know, this was one project was one why we were away for 7 months in Dukascopy. We were learning about the crypto market. What is the systemic risk, everybody? You have 5 bitcoins right now. Okay? You have 5 bitcoins, and one bitcoin is $46,000. Okay? This is the systemic risk, that it can crash everything. You know? If the USA or Europe, you know, are going to do, most likely not, but we don't have the crystal ball. If those countries are going to say Bitcoin is illegal, or the crypto market is illegal for financial transactions, then it's game over. Let's not mix apples with bananas. I'm not saying that it's illegal to have Bitcoin, but MHB cousin is going to still have the 5 Bitcoins. So it's not illegal to have Bitcoins, and this is just a stupid example, but a government can say, well, because we cannot control this, we are going just to make it illegal. And don't tell me no, China did this. You cannot buy bread and milk in China with cryptocurrencies. It's illegal. You are going to jail. So if USA is going to do something like this, or Europe is going to do one of the larger economies, you know, then is going to be most likely game over. So I can have hundreds of thousands of bitcoins, being a multimillionaire, And if the country makes it illegal for financial transactions, that's what I'm going to do with these bitcoins. He's thinking it will go to me too, MHB, but it doesn't change the thing that it can go to zero. So let's say that I have 100,000 bitcoins, but I cannot use them to buy a car or to buy bread, you know, but I can have them, right? The government is going to say, well, Passion, you can have your bitcoins, not a problem, but you cannot have those in order to purchase anything, bread, milk, or a Ferrari. What I'm going to do with those bitcoins? I'm going to call my friend MHB and I'm going to ask MHB, do you want to buy my bitcoins? And MHB, he's smart, is going to say, well, what for? See everybody, this is the systemic risk the crypto market has. So tell your father and mother not to put all of the college fund in the cryptos. Tell your grandparents not to put all the retirement in cryptos. Tell your company's pension fund not to put all in cryptos because it can go to zero. Not in value, but as a financial transaction vehicle. And I can say to MHB, well, you know, Bitcoin is 47,000. I'm going to sell it for you for 50% discount. MHB is going to look at me and say the same. It's going to ask, well, but okay, let's say that I'm going to buy from you. What can I do with those Bitcoins? What's the answer? Nothing, exactly nothing. Those are the fundamentals, everybody. So, and don't fall in the trap anybody telling you, oh, I know. Nobody has a clue about the future of the cryptocurrencies. Yes, we have our predictions, but nobody has the right to tell you, oh, this is going to happen for sure. Run away. Give me a thumb down, I don't care, run away. Run away from courses, everybody, that are telling you, you know, oh, you are going to be a millionaire tomorrow. It's not that, I mean, I wish, you know, it would be that easy. Yes, but Gianpaolo did. Gianpaolo got lucky. One more before we finish. One of my friends, it's an economy teacher at Stanford. Everybody, I'm not going to say the name because it's privacy, okay? Let's call him Mark. I called Mark, you know, I called Mark last year, and I called Mark in 2018, and I asked him, Mark, the first one is here, when I was the first, you know. I called Mark, he's an economy teacher at Stanford, and I asked, Mark, you are a professor, you know, with decades of experience, why is Bitcoin going up? I mean, we know, you know, simple, we know that it's demand and supply, but, you know, above this, you know, if we take out supply and demand, Mark, why is Bitcoin moving up? Answer, I don't know. And when a Stanford's teacher, professor is telling you, I don't know, I have no clue why these things are going up or down, you know, being honest, see everybody, then what? You know? Oh, but JP Morgan Chase is buying. Sure, me too. But why it's moving up, why it's moving down? Yes, you know, we have a news from the SEC having a case with Coinbase, and the first time China made Bitcoin illegal and blah blah blah, you know. Be careful, everybody. But again, you know, I have a good news. In my opinion, this market is going to produce the next millionaires in the next 3 to 5 years. I'm not a professional in cryptos. This is my opinion as a portfolio manager. Okay? And one more time. This is my portfolio so far. Last 90 days. See here, 90 days. Okay, everybody, we are going to have this kind of Crypto Thursdays once every 3 weeks. Okay, we are going to, next time we are going to check Ethereum. We are going to talk about, you know, we're going to talk about how to invest, where to invest, you know, which one is going to double first. We're going to show to you a few techniques on how to build portfolios. Okay, but what is my message today, everybody? Don't play around. Don't play around. Don't joke around. Tell your parents and your grandparents not to play around. You know, if you want to invest for the long run, talking about decades, and invest 5%, 10%, 20%. You know, in my opinion, because everything can go to zero. We have a systemic risk that some governments are not going to regulate, or maybe they are, but we don't know until this happens. Remember, everybody, China made crypto asset illegal for financial transactions. Okay? So stay strong and learn and invest, but especially learn with passion. See you next time, everybody. Thank you for your time. Don't play around. This is